Quick question. If someone said to you right now, "So, tell me about yourself," in English, what would you say?
Most learners freeze. They literally go blank.
Exactly. And it's not because they don't know English, it's because they've never practiced this specific skill.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Tony. Welcome to Fluent English Cafe, where we teach you the English that actually matters in real life.
Today, we're going to solve one of the biggest problems English learners face: how to introduce yourself confidently without sounding awkward or robotic.
By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple formula you can use anywhere: job interviews, meeting new people, language exchanges, wherever.
And before we jump in, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We release new practical English lessons every week, and you don't want to miss them.
All right, let's start with why this matters. Anna, when was the last time you had to introduce yourself?
Actually, last week, I met a potential client on a Zoom call, and she said, "Before we start, tell me a bit about yourself."
And what happened?
Well, I was ready because I practiced this stuff, but I remember when I wasn't ready. Years ago, I was at a networking event, and someone asked me the same thing. My brain just scrambled.
What did you say?
I said, I'm Anna, I work with English, and then I just stopped talking. The silence was painful.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad. The person was waiting for more, and I had nothing. I felt so embarrassed.
I've been there too. I was on a flight to Barcelona, and the guy next to me was really friendly. He asked, "What do you do?" Simple question, right?
Right.
But in my head, I had like 10 different answers. I teach English, I make videos, I run a business, I do podcasts, and instead of picking one and staying calm, I just word vomited everything at once.
What did you say?
I said, I teach English online and make videos, and also podcasts and courses, and I saw his eyes glaze over. He probably regretted asking.
That's the problem. Either you freeze and say nothing, or you panic and say too much.
Exactly, and that's what we're fixing today. We're going to give you a simple structure that works every single time.
And it's not about memorizing one script. It's about having building blocks you can mix and match depending on the situation.
So here's the formula. 5 parts: name, location, what you do, personal detail, and connection point.
Let's break them down one by one.
Part 1, name. This sounds obvious, but people mess it up.
How do you mess up saying your name?
By overthinking it. Some people say, "My name is Tony Smith, and I go by Tony, but some people call me T." Just stop. Keep it simple.
Right. In a casual setting, just say, "Hi, I'm Anna." In a more formal setting, "Hello, my name is Ana Rodriguez."
That's it. One sentence. Don't overcomplicate it.
Part 2, location, where you're from and where you live now.
This is where you give people context. The simplest version is, I'm from London.
But if you've moved, you can say, "I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in New York now."
Or, I was born in Tokyo, but I've been living in Berlin for 5 years.
The key is to make it clear without turning it into your life story.
Exactly. Don't say, "Well, I was born in this small village, and then my family moved when I was 7, and then..." No one needs that.
Just 2 pieces of information: where you're from, where you are now. Done.
Part 3, what you do. This is usually work or study.
And this is where people either get too vague or too detailed.
Right. Too vague is, I work in business. Okay, cool. What does that mean?
Too detailed is, "I'm a senior associate in the financial compliance department specializing in regulatory oversight." Nobody cares.
Exactly. Find the middle ground. I work in finance, or I'm a financial consultant.
If you're a student, just say, "I'm studying engineering at university," or "I'm a business student."
Simple, clear, conversational.
Now here's a pro tip. If you're learning English, mention it in your introduction.
Yes, this is huge. Say something like, I'm working on improving my English, or I'm learning English for work.
Why is this important?
Because it gives the other person context. If you make a mistake, they'll be more patient. And it also opens up conversation.
Right. They might say, "Oh, how long have you been learning?" Boom, easy conversation.
Part 4. Personal detail. This is where you add personality.
This could be a hobby, an interest, or just something that makes you human.
For example, in my free time, I love hiking, or I'm really into photography.
Or, "I'm obsessed with cooking Italian food."
This is important because it makes you memorable. If you just say your name and job, people forget you immediately.
But if you say, "I'm really into rock climbing," suddenly you're interesting.
Exactly, and it gives people something to connect with.
Part 5. Connection point. This is optional, but it's powerful.
A connection point is something that links you to the person or situation.
For example, if you're at a marketing conference, you might say, "I'm excited to learn more about digital marketing trends."
Or if you're meeting someone who also loves travel, you could say, I'm always looking for new places to explore.
It shows you're engaged and interested, not just going through the motions.
All right, let's put it all together. Anna, give me your introduction.
Okay. Hi, I'm Anna. I'm originally from Spain, but I've been living in London for 3 years. I work as a language coach, helping professionals improve their English. In my free time, I love reading and trying new coffee shops. I'm always looking for book recommendations, so if you have any, let me know.
Perfect. You hit all 5 parts. Name, location, what you do, personal detail, connection point.
Now you.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm from Manchester, but I live in Barcelona now. I teach English online and run a podcast called Fluent English Cafe. When I'm not working, I'm usually at the gym or watching football. I'm a huge Manchester United fan, so if you support City, we might have a problem.
See? That's memorable. People will remember the football joke.
Exactly, and that's the point. Don't be boring. Add a little personality.
Now, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. It really helps us reach more learners.
All right, let's talk about different situations, because your introduction changes depending on where you are.
Right. You don't introduce yourself the same way at a party as you do in a job interview.
Exactly. Let's start with casual situations. Meeting someone at a cafe, a party, a language exchange.
In casual situations, be relaxed and friendly. Use contractions. Say I'm, not I am.
For example, hey, I'm Tony. I'm from the UK, but I live here in Barcelona. I teach English online. How about you?
Notice how he ended with a question. That keeps the conversation going.
Now, semi-formal. This might be a networking event, a work conference, or meeting a new colleague.
Here, you're still friendly, but you're a bit more polished.
Hi, I'm Tony Martinez. I'm based in Barcelona, and I run an English teaching platform. I'm here to connect with other educators and learn about new teaching methods.
See the difference? Still friendly, but more professional.
Now, formal. Job interview, meeting with a client, official presentation.
This is where you're clear, confident, and respectful.
Good morning. My name is Tony Martinez. I have 5 years of experience in English language education, and I specialize in helping professionals improve their communication skills. I'm excited to discuss how I can contribute to your team.
Completely different tone, but same basic structure.
Exactly. You're just adjusting the language and formality.
All right, let's talk about common mistakes people make.
Mistake number 1, being too modest.
A lot of learners say, "My English is not very good," or "Sorry for my mistakes."
Stop apologizing. If you're having a conversation in English, your English is good enough.
Right. Confidence is more important than perfection.
Mistake number 2. Giving your entire life story.
Yeah, keep it short. 30 seconds to a minute max.
If they want more details, they'll ask.
Mistake number 3. Being too vague.
I work in stuff, or I do things. What does that mean?
Be specific, but not too specific. Find the balance.
Mistake number 4. Forgetting to smile.
This sounds silly, but people can hear when you're smiling. It changes your tone.
Absolutely. Even on a phone call, smile when you introduce yourself. It makes you sound friendly and confident.
All right, Tony, let's give our listeners some homework.
Good idea. Here's what you're going to do.
Step 1. Write your introduction using the 5-part formula: name, location, what you do, personal detail, connection point.
Step 2. Say it out loud. Practice in front of a mirror or record yourself on your phone.
Step 3. Post it in the comments. We want to read your introductions.
And don't worry about making mistakes. The point is to practice.
When you write it and say it, you're training your brain to use these phrases automatically.
Exactly. And next time someone says, "Tell me about yourself," you'll be ready.
Before we finish, make sure you're subscribed to Fluent English Cafe. We're releasing new episodes every week with practical English you can use immediately.
And leave us a comment with your introduction. We read every single one, and we'll give you feedback if you want it.
Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm Anna.
And I'm Tony. Now go practice your introduction. You've got this.